Brian. I'm trying to explain this spreadsheet that I sent to you. I'll bring it up. Here it is. I made it somewhat interactive. You can put in here the amount of the WESIP that you think it is, the interest rate. That there is 4.5%, 0.045. The term is 30 years, and using the equation, I can figure out what the level annualized costs will be. That's like creates a mortgage payment, and you multiply that amount, which is 0.061392 times 4.8 billion, and you come out with this amount. And that's the level annualized cost if you were going to pay this debt over 30 years at 4.5%. It's pretty, I've constructed this. The equation is quite easy, or you can just go and use the payment function in Excel. And with the payment function, you put in the B3. What is B3? Yeah, you put in the present value, and C3 you put in the term, and A3, which is the last one, A3 is the interest rate. It's quite simple. You just write the expression equals PMT, and then you'll see the parens. I'll show you here. Equals PMT, and see, here's the rate. That's 4.5%. Number of periods, 30. Present value is nothing more than what you're trying to get the present value for, and you can do this other side. Look at the future value and types, but I just closed the equation after the present value, and it gives me It gives me this amount here, which is exactly what I calculate using my level annualized cost formula, which is nothing. It's just how they create a mortgage, an annual mortgage. You can make it different periods or longer or shorter periods. The equation is very simple. It's the interest rate times 1 plus the interest rate, and you raise it to the power of 30 if you're going to do it annually, and you divide it by 1 plus the interest rate, and you raise that to the power of 30, and you subtract 1, and it gives you this level annualized cost factor, which you then multiply against the amount you're assuming the WESIP will be, and it will tell you what type of payments you will have to make over 30 years, and they're all the same, to repay that debt. And as you can see, you pay interest every year, and the interest decreases, and you also pay principal each of those years, and the principal increases. And you see the total principal payments over that period of time are 4.8 billion. And that's just the present value of your initial investment. In other words, you're paying off the 4.8 billion you borrowed on the capital markets. So this is fairly self-explanatory. Here are the annual payments. They're all the same. If you change the term, you change the interest rate, all this changes. We'll get into that later. Here's the interest component that you pay every year, 1 through 30. And here's the principal component you pay every year, 1 through 30. And here just shows you what remaining principal there is on the original investment. You pay right down to 0. I think that's fairly explanatory. And anyway, this is just the beginning here, and I'll stop this computer at this point.